Munster champions start this All-Ireland semi-final with Darragh O'Donovan and Seamus Flanagan in the starting 15. That means Cian Lynch can now move from centre field to 11. And Aaron Gillan to top of the right with Graham Mulcahy in the other corner. Sean Loftus from Turlough is a late change, and he will start in the Galway defence, possibly at right corner back, with Shane Cooney moving to the wing. Pádraig Mannion and Johnny Cohen are placed at centre field, which means David Burke is transferred to the half-forward line. First All-Ireland semi-final between Limerick and Galway since 1981. It's also the battle of the All-Ireland champions 2017 against the All-Ireland champions 2018. And away we go. Galway won the toss, decided to play from right to left, down towards Hill 16. Limerick get the ball out for us, Kyle Hayes. And to the change on the Limerick side, Seamus Flanagan. Every time he's been introduced, he's been performing well. His first effort at goal, however, goes to the right of the post and wide. Quick delivery by Aidan Murphy. It's part of the reason that I believe that Tommy Larkin's man from Woodford has been gaining the first choice goalkeeping slot. Good shot stopper, but his puck outs are also razor sharp. Slither is still there for William O'Donoghue. Linesman indicates it's sideline ball to Galway.
Joe Canning making his way across, said this is the one he'd fancy having a go at, and while he's recognised he's been a great hurler, he's a little bit underrated, I think, in terms of what he does, and I thought against Tipperary he was really the match winner at the end of the day.
That gives you an idea from our camera angle. Love that angle, actually. Gives you a great indication of what it's like for Joe Canning as he hits this in, and it is gone over the bar.
Marty, he makes it look so easy. I often be critical of lads hitting line balls wide, but Joe Canning is just the king of them. He makes it look simple, and that's a great first touch of the game from over the bar from a line ball.
Good work by Barry Nash from South Liberties. Ball into space. It's a good one for a forward to gather. A little flick again on the second occasion by Aaron Gillan. Pádraig Mannion. David Burke just overstepped it slightly. Picked up instead by Darragh O'Donovan. Tom Morrissey. And that is on its way. Yes, it is. It took almost 9 minutes of play, but eventually it was Tom Morrissey to put Limerick on the scoreboard.
Pádraig Mannion back on and put fierce pressure on the ball. So good patience there, and that'll settle Limerick after 9 minutes.
Well, Aidan Murphy's puck outs have been really good. That's the first one that's gone astray. We'll give him that one, to be fair to the young Galway custodian. Cian Lynch is well surrounded. Great intensity by Galway. Brian Concannon has been in the form of his life. Gives it in to Carl Mannion, and look at that. An incredible score from the sideline, Hogan stand side. Concannon provided it. Mannion provided the finish. Good work by Carl Mannion. Looking for it is Conor Whelan. Whelan goes for a score, and it's sailing between the posts. This is impressive by Galway.
It's really impressive, Marty, and again the same man, Cathal Mannion linking up with Whelan, Brian Concannon, they're all buzzing around. They've only 5 forwards up there, but you wouldn't think it with the way they're moving, and their work rate is fantastic so far.
Brian Concannon in a little bit of space despite the severe pressure, finds the range, splits the posts. Good score.
It's a great score, and as impressive as Galway have been, Limerick very, very poor so far, and you'd be surprised if there's not changes made shortly.
Here comes Cian Lynch, getting by, trying to get by Pádraig Mannion. Quick hands, laying it off for us, Seamus Flanagan, and that is gone between the posts. Conor Whelan, Brian Concannon gets a touch. Here comes Sean Finn, stepping away from the challenge, just happy to clear the lines. Galway, literally, I know it is a cliche, but they are chasing in packs. There's 2 of them going for the one ball, which must be a factor that pleases Shane O'Neill. Galway on top of the moment from a tactical point of view and on the scoreboard as well. That wasn't Cathal Mannion's finest sideline cut. Nicely picked up by Kyle Hayes. Young hurler of the year in 2018. He's gone for the return pass. Gerard Hegarty drives this in, and it's never in any doubt.
Marty, the pace of Kyle Hayes there. He had to cover 50 yards across the line. Ball wasn't Cathal Mannion's greatest, but Conor Whelan was coming out from the corner. Hayes got there, carried it up the field, and a brilliant finish by Hegarty. That's a fantastic score.
Limerick have done well since the water break with 3 points. The ball blocked down, nicely picked up by Darragh O'Donovan. Quick hands again for Gerard Hegarty, who is residing along that sideline in front of the Cusack stand. He's having a lash, and that is a fantastic score. 3 points from Gerard Hegarty. He really is on form this particular season. Scored 9 points going into this championship match, and 3 today. Breaking ball, favoured Brian Concannon. He's looking at the post. Oh, he's hit an absolute beauty. It's his 3rd point in this All-Ireland hurling semi-final. Brian Concannon from Killimer Daly.
Yeah, and Dermot Burns will be disappointed the ball went over his head. A great anticipation by Concannon. He's just playing at the top of his game. Another simple point for him.
Nicky Quaid feeding down wing. Aaron Gallan running onto it. Dahi Burke in hot pursuit. Aaron Gallan under pressure. Oh, fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, brilliant. Hegarty missed the ball in the air, just broke through to him, and fantastic. You know, that's the skill the man has.
Heading towards a half an hour played. Ian Murphy again going for distance. Great call by Dermot Burns. You can hear it up here on the 7th floor. Great block down by Conor Whelan. Picked up by Johnny Cohen. Flicked over towards Brian Concannon. Here comes Sean Finn. Quick hands for Gerard Hegarty. Steps back from the challenge. Let's fly. Hits the slither beautifully between the posts.
Well, we're seeing some great displays this year, but Gerard Hegarty's form is just incredible, and you know, nothing else in his mind there, just one stepping over the bar.
Torrigman looking at the options. His midfield partner is Johnny Cole. Call comes from behind. It's Joe Canning. 3 Limerick players converge on him, with the result, the pressure. And the ball given away to Barry Nash. Darragh Donovan just miscuing that one. Ball is well wide.
Yeah, it's a couple of very poor wides. Joe Canning down here now, just as he was striking that ball.
Joe Canning called for the pass, but when he did, the challenge is here. 2 Limerick players.
Yeah, Gerard Hegarty swung in from behind there. You know, he wasn't even, if you just watch here now, Gerard Hegarty coming in, just a bit of a loose swing there with the right hand, caught Joe Canning in the back and lucky to escape maybe a yellow card there.
Like, to me, that's dangerous use of the card. That should be a red card if the referee saw it.
Well, the referee didn't see it because he's consulted with the linesman. So
Sean Loftus keeping it down the wing. Dan Morrissey lets it run on. He's available for the short hand pass, so too is Dermot Burns. Barry Nash. Ball to hand. Beautiful use of the hand pass, and it followed with one of the scores of the game.
Look at from Sean Finn to Dan Morrissey, out to Barry Nash, to Tom Morrissey, to Declan Hannon. Unbelievable hurling.
Galway trying to regain the possession. Good play by Gerard McInerney. It's 3 against 2 up here. Dan Morrissey from a hand. Sent that out over the sideline. Sideline ball for Galway. Joe Canning going for his 3rd sideline point in this All-Ireland hurling semi-final. Let's see.
He'll do it, Martin.
I think he might too, Michael. Cuts it in. It's on its way. The umpires are going for the flag. It's 3 out of 3 for Joe Canning.
What a finish to the first half. What a player. The skill of this man is just incredible.
2 points between the teams once again. Galway under the pressure now at the moment. Seamus Flanagan, it's going to curl. Curl just inside the post. Flanagan has been doing well. He scored a goal and 3 points, a goal and a point against Tipperary, but just look at this, curling it in. Brilliant. Linesman indicates it's a Galway ball. John Kiley is saying, you are joking. You can't be serious.
Yeah, we'll see it here.
Now, who got the last touch?
I think he just hit Dan Morrissey on the tie and went out, and I think the decision is right. And Joe going for 4 from 4 now from line balls.
He did it from the Cusack stand. This is the Hogan. Away it goes. Ah, stop. This is just fantastic.
Well, there was somebody tweeting me the last time, Martin, said should there be 2 points for line ball? If there should be, that'd be 8 points by Joe at this stage if that was the case, and Galway would be leading.
Darragh Donovan into the centre towards Cian Lynch, heading towards the 45. Beautiful body work, beautiful wrist work. Here comes the finish now. Never in any doubts. It's Cian Lynch's first point in this All-Ireland semi-final, but he's just a joy to watch.
The first touch there, Marty, and then his options there. He's looking up, he's waiting to see is there anything else on. He taps it over. We talked about Morrissey, Hegarty, particularly in the first half. Now Lynch giving a tour de force in the second half at centre forward.
Interesting to see that Joe Canning has gone in full forward, but Galway have problems further out the field. 19 for Galway, Sean Loftus. 19 for Limerick is one and only Peter Casey, and that is gone to Hawkeye. He's already scored one in the Piercing Man. He's one of those several Ard School Reach players that came through the school ranks, won Harty Cup and under-21 All-Irelands. And James Owens is satisfied that it's gone over the bar. So that's Peter Casey's second point. Bursting through the middle, head down is Conor Whelan. Meeting a wall of green and white jerseys. Still Conor Whelan, bravely going forward. Credit the man, 10 out of 10 for sheer heart and determination. Great score, Conor Whelan.
Galway just, you give them credit, they're hanging in there, but at the same time Limerick just seem to be at the moment holding all the aces. 22
points to 18. Fantastic catch. There's an opportunity here to wrap it up. Fantastic save. Éanna Murphy, no wonder you're the number one in the county of Galway. This was just fantastic as Peter Casey laid it off superbly. There was an opportunity here for David Reedy. A rasper, brilliantly deflected by Éanna Murphy. Brilliant. Short puck out for Gerard McInerney. Hefty shoulder. His dad would have been proud of that one. Jerry. Ball outside. There's a chance for Joseph Cooney. This is much better. 7-on-7. Kyle Hayes and Joseph Cooney. Quick hands over first. Jason Flynn. Can he get a chance to shoot? He can't. Lays the ball off and the referee has blown a whistle. He was given the advantage and it wasn't accruing, but that was much better, I would say, Michael, from Galway.
Yeah, much more
speed.
Much more dynamic. That's right. Exactly the key point. That speed took them on. Excuse me, Marty. And in fairness to James Owens, he played the advantage. Now, he played it on for a good while. I'd say Limerick could be saying here, but Joe Canning taps it over.
11 point of the match for Joe Canning. Still a bit of concern from John Kiley's point of view. They're still not home and hose. They're still not booking their ticket for the All-Ireland final on 13 December. Like Galway are still alive, as you've said. Evan Nyland. He's certainly stepped up to the plate already. Good hands, lays it off. Waiting for it over this side is Conor Whelan. And Conor Whelan hits the sliotar between the posts. Sides are level for the fourth time.
That's a brilliantly worked score. Brian Concannon unselfish. Nyland again with a great first touch. Out to Whelan. And now, Marty, we were looking for something to happen. It's happened. Galway have responded brilliantly to Joe Canning's injury.
Beautiful stick work. Still Conor Whelan giving it back to Evan Nyland. Nyland dropping it in. Nicky Quaid sees it go all the way. What a fabulous point. What an introduction, what a substitute.
And what a passage of play. Conor Whelan, Dermot Burns has been switched onto him. He's been causing havoc since Joe Canning went off. He went out, won that ball, and this time he took the right option. You see Nyland punching the air, fantastic score.
Sides level again for the fifth time. Evan Nyland, very much a man on form since being introduced. He's making a huge impact. Tom Morrissey, meanwhile, comes down the Hogan's stand side and sends that in between the posts for his fourth point of the game.
Yeah, and that should have been a free out. Garrett Hegarty barged his man under that puck out, never went for the ball at all, broke through to Morrissey and he stuck it over the bar.
4 minutes to go. 1 point between the teams. Peter Casey past the Galway 45. He has the support of Adrian Green and that's over the bar. Good score.
Well, it was a very loose ball by Aidan Hart out to Peter Casey. But look at Breen here, all the room in front of him, Marty, in the world. We talk about maybe going for goals earlier when they weren't on. All he had to do there was carry that through, in my opinion, and pass it to Gallan. But Gallan is coming off now as well.
Sideline ball for Galway. This going to be taken by Conor Whelan, or indeed the right half back, Fintan Burke. Right in front of the Limerick dugout, led by John Kiley.
And these are the ones we've talked about now. When Joe Canning is there popping them over, this one now, does he go for it or try to keep it in play? And I think at this stage of the game, you have to just, diagonal ball across the field.
Cutting it in. It's bang on target. It's going. Nicky Quaid gets fingertips to it, but it's gone over the bar. Fintan Burke doing what Joe Canning did 4 times in this All-Ireland semi-final. It just about got there, right onto the top of the net, actually. Galway have to get possession from the puck out, but it goes astray. Tom Morrissey sends it back. It has the accuracy and it has the huge boost to Limerick to stretch their lead to 2.
Yeah, and Éanna Murphy again, just the puck out's going astray. It's happened all during the game. That's 11 points in play from the Limerick half forward, and 5 for Morrissey, 4 for Hegarty and 2 for Lynch. That is some return.
Referee has blown his whistle, but he hasn't actually indicated which way he's given the free.
Hegarty is appealing for the referee will argue point here from a free is very important, but Hegarty was clean through and not happy that he was pulled back. You can see they're totally confused by the decision. Okay, he's tapping the ref and saying fair enough. And this is the thing with the advantage. If it works out for you, great. If it doesn't, so the ref is probably saying crucial time of the game, this is an easy free to be tapped over, and he gave Limerick the benefit.
Tom Morrissey just inside the Galway 45-metre line puts this over to ensure victory and a 3-point advantage. That's his 6th point of the game and his first from a free. 12 points from the half forward line. 4 from Gearóid Hegarty, 2 from Cian Lynch, 6 from Tom Morrissey. Is there time for a Galway goal? But Limerick have the possession. David Reedy lays it off over first Gearóid Hegarty, and the referee blows the full-time whistle, and it's Limerick going through to the All-Ireland Hurling final on the 13th of December. 5 times they were level overall, 3 points the difference at the very end. It's Limerick 27 points, Galway 24.
There are 3 changes on the Kilkenny team from their Leinster final win, with Colin Fennelly and Walter Walsh on the bench having been taken off against Galway. Richie Hogan is in from the start and Paddy Deegan returns from injury. Waterford are unchanged from their win over Clare last weekend. Desi Hutchinson was the star of the show in Cork with 2 goals. Jack Fagan also impressed, and Ian Kenny continues to deputise for the injured Shane Fives in defence. Fergal Horgan, the Tipperary referee, gets the match underway. The conditions absolutely perfect. There is no wind at all. It's chilly, but what do you expect? There's Jack Prendergast for Waterford. They will just take it straight to Kilkenny, running straight at them. And De Burke's shot is wide. It was Calum Lyons, actually. Killian Buckley. TJ Reid, that's tied De Burke behind him. Martin Keown, Mossy Keown they call him, and Keown has done his stuff from out the field. So this is an outstanding start for Kilkenny. Waterford have hit 2 wides, Kilkenny with 3 points. Now there's movement from Stephen Bennett, very good man to win the ball with the hand up. Here's Callum Lyons, and Lyons just swung at that, missed the first effort of the game, but he's made up for it now. Lyons with Waterford's first.
Great score, and the 10 and 12 channel has been left free by Waterford on the puck outs for guys to run into it, and they've gotten the rewards there. That will really settle Waterford.
Barron drills it low over the top of the hurl of Killian Buckley. Buckley gets back though on the ball for Kilkenny. He's one of the fittest men in the country. Keown lost the flight of it. And here we go with Hugh Lawler from O'Loughlin Gales. Conor Brown for Kilkenny. That's angled in towards Richie, and Richie had space and time to pick his spot, and you know the end result.
It was Ian Kenny got the block, but you can see the Waterford, Jamie Barron and Kevin Moore there just on the left on their own 45. They're sitting too far back. You can't sit that far back. Kilkenny aren't going to hit the ball down your throat that often.
There's a fair few of these Waterford players who wouldn't have played in Croke Park before. Now this is run for Richie Hogan. O'Keefe stayed on his line. Hogan is through. What a stop, but they follow it up, and it's in the back of the net. The goal scored for Kilkenny, and it's finished off by Martin Keown. Yes. O'Keefe made a brilliant save initially.
It is. His starting point was poor off the line. Dara, he was shut him in out a little bit faster. Fantastic save. But then the usual thing with Kilkenny, if you break it out anyway, you can see Richie gets in here. You'd expect Stephen O'Keefe's face to be coming up next on the shot. It wasn't. He brought a fantastic save, but the scrambling defence couldn't get back fast enough.
And that big long ball from Murphy right the way down on top of the Waterford full back line. That's Conor Delaney, and he's been turned over. Austin Gleeson has it for Waterford. Gleeson, very difficult angle. and it's saved brilliantly by Owen Murphy, and he doesn't look happy with his defence.
No, much better now though from Waterford. They got the ball in deep there, that's the key, you know. You can see here Austin, fantastic work himself and Desi Hutchinson there. And first to Fergal Horgan gave fantastic advantage. That was a goal if it passed by Owen Murphy. Great save with his feet, stood very strong. But that is going to be the key though there. They have to get that ball inside the 14 there, and Desi and Austin then can work.
So here's Stephen Bennett. We're going back for the free, which is just outside the 20-metre line, and Stephen Bennett has put that one over the bar. No trouble for him, a routine conversion. So Waterford able to deal with the latest Kilkenny attack. Kevin Moran. And Caleb Lyons on his bike again on the 65. Put absolutely everything into that, and it's right over the black spot. Much better from Waterford. That'll do the confidence the world of good.
It is, and the white jerseys around him were moving forwards. They were trying to get in support with him, which meant Kilkenny couldn't swarm him as much. They're turned over.
Yeah, and there's the risk of it playing the ball out short if it's not precise, and Owen Cody accepts the early Christmas present.
He does. Playing the ball in field like that is dangerous, especially against Kilkenny there.
For sure, as many can testify to. Here's Jack Prendergast, great stick work from Prendergast, and look at the pace. Torrig Walsh is getting across to try and challenge him. They could be in here for a goal. Kilkenny surround them. Barron arrives, and it is put out. We're going to go back for a free. The referee was playing an advantage, so we're going to go back for a free on the 20-metre line. That was a brilliant run forward.
It was, and that's exactly what Waterford want to do with Kilkenny. See the ball inside, see all the black and amber jerseys, nobody fouling. Jamie, it's a fantastic block inside there. Again, it's that man, Conor Delaney. He's having a fantastic 23 minutes there of protecting Owen Murphy in front of him. But that's what Waterford will want to do there. They'll want to get inside the shoulder of that Kilkenny half-back line because they've unbelievable pace.
In the middle of that, we had a yellow card for Conor Brown, and we've had the conversion of the free from Stephen Bennett. So 1-7-5 in Croke Park on All-Ireland semi-final night, semi-final one. Oh, here they are, TJ Reid, goal!
When it goes in deep, you can see it, the ball breaking out. TJ made the run from a far way back. He read it like a book. In fairness to Prunty, just slipped off his hand. And you can't let the ball any more than a foot away from your hand in there. When that man gets it, there's only one answer. It's a fantastic finish again, but you wouldn't expect him to miss it. It was the run, it was the anticipation that got him in there, the years of experience of playing down there. He made the run, he took the chance to break it come, and he got his rewards.
The Wyndham flying, and the loose possession has been sent back in and sent over the bar. John Donnelly just picking up the scraps.
Yeah, every mistake punished. Callum Lyons just missed the pick up there. You can see Callum, the red helmet, coming onto it. Missed it, Hurley stuck in the ground. On Ireland semi-final stages, all of those go back over your crossbar.
The semi-final last year, those two fantastic games the year before, they were epic semis as well on that weekend. All a different experience. But we've two teams here who are desperate to win and desperate to get to the All-Ireland final. Great stick work from Stephen Bennett. Bennett threw it up, and that's a wonderful score. That is the dictionary definition of a solo score from Stephen Bennett, and they needed it.
Yeah, he ran straight at the heart of the Kilkenny defence.
Tommy Walsh, very tidy defender. TJ Reid just slings the ball out legally to Padraig Walsh. Kilkenny trying to work it up through the lines. That is Owen Cody. Cody on his way, takes the shot, and Owen Cody has put that between the posts.
Again, a mistake punished. Jamie Barron down below to see Owen breaking the tackle there. Planted his feet, getting it over the bar, but it all came from Jamie Barron under the Hogan stand, trying to put a ball in front of Desi Hutchinson. He mishit. Kilkenny go up the field, counter-attack point.
Stephen O'Keefe's puck out. Taken in the air by Jack Fagan. He was part of the panel a few years ago, but this year he's really made a place his own. Now Stephen Bennett, they need a goal. Here is Stephen Bennett. Oh, Bennett's got it.
He's given the goal.
He's given the goal. He was almost hooked in there. Stephen Bennett. That is just what they wanted.
Absolutely, you can't beat runners coming off the shoulder. The catch is what set it all up. Look at that. Waterford, that's what they needed. That's what Liam Cahill was roaring for. Get on the ball. Bennett gets through. The hook is good, but he keeps the composure. Unbelievable wrist. When he gets through here, watch him. That's a foul. And then he just rolls the wrist over the ball. Gives Owen Murphy no chance.
Richie Hogan, the ball stuck to his stick. Well, it was until he played it straight across to Neil Montgomery. Desi Hutchinson. Stephen Bennett is the furthest forward, the goal scorer. Bennett has put that one over.
Much better, much better. The ball is going in nicely. Desi hit the ball in there, waist high. You can see the touch on Bennett. Round 2 Lauder, puts it over the bar.
Owen Murphy's puck out. Catch, that was Jack Fagan. He's won some ball in the air. We've seen some brilliant catches. Here's Stephen Bennett. Lovely bit of skill from Bennett. Deegan and Reid left, trailing in his wake. Stephen Bennett just shortens the stick and it's on its way and it's gone over off the post. They are really moving now, Waterford. They believe.
They do, and Stephen Bennett there in the shot. Liam Cahill is bouncing up and down now. That's the way his team are playing now. They're hopping off the side. You can see the flick over the top. Has the composure, has the look. Bennett's having some gear and he's bringing that form here now in the last 5 minutes since the start of the second half.
Nice feed from Callum Lyons. 46th minute. That is Shane McNulty from way out the field. Wow.
Waterford are on the march. If there was Waterford bodies inside in this stadium, there'd be at least 40,000 on their feet at this start. That's an unbelievable score. Sharp hook out to tight to Burka, worked out to the side. Fantastic point. Caleb Lyons is up again.
Shane McNulty used to be a forward. You can see he hasn't lost any of those skills with that monster point. Waterford on the march. Here's Shane McNulty again. And McNulty been put under pressure by Walter Walsh, and Conor Brown has it for Kilkenny. Richie Hogan, and Hogan has absolutely nailed that one. That's a beautiful point from Richie.
He did, and he needed that one too. He'd been on the outskirts of the game, but the experience and the know-how around here. Fantastic score from Richie. You can see how much it means to him too.
We heard a lot during the week about the rivalry. Of course, the border shared between the two counties. This is Austin Gleeson, and Gleeson has put over an absolutely stunning point. They are level in Croke Park.
Unbelievable score. Austin, he just held off the defender as he came across and then planted his feet, and that's what Austin Gleeson gives you. Look, his finger up in the air.
Here's Dara Lyons. Fitness won't be a problem for this group. They are flying fit. I know it's 3 weeks in a row. Jamie Barron. So all the way down, this one goes. Owen Murphy looking after it, and it's gone over the bar.
Again,
they lead. That's a stunner of a point from Neil Montgomery.
Montgomery, yeah, he's made a big impact. He's come on, he's helped whack back the pitch.
Here come Waterford again. They've got their noses in front. Jamie Barron can go left or right, but again they go straight towards the goal. Here's Montgomery, gave them the lead and has extended it closer in. He was never going to miss from there, Neil Montgomery, but he has made a big impression on this game.
He has, and he's strong running down the middle. There was actually a goal on here, I think, if they get back inside, take another one.
Waterford have been very efficient with their scoring in the second half. Apart from that one, here's a danger though as Kilkenny look to get in. O'Keefe gets out there and it's come off the post. And it's called as wide. The ball may have gone wide before it was actually played back onto the post, but it's wide anyway.
It was. The key too for Kilkenny is the amount of bodies they've in there. They've 2 or 3 inside the Waterford 14 now since that third quarter breaks. You can see it punted. Stephen O'Keefe, sometimes you have to have a little bit of luck there. Stephen O'Keefe missed it. You can see him missing it, and the flick was missed by Brazil.
And that's a brilliant catch again from Jack Fagan, and they're in around the back. Here's a goal scoring opportunity. Oh! Fabulous strike. It's Dara Lyons.
Yeah, Dara Lyons with the pass, and again it's, look at him catching the ball, winning clean possession on the Kilkenny 45. It results in Lyons getting an opportunity, made no mistake.
And Dara Lyons, the scorer of goal number 2. Great stick work and skill involved. Austin Gleeson. Gleeson wasted that one, you would have to say. Oh, that's a mistake by Owen Murphy, and possession is now with Stephen Bennett. Can they get in for another goal? Stephen Bennett would take a point from here. Bennett had to hit it, and Bennett has put that one over the bar, and that has to go down as a bad mistake by Owen Murphy.
It has, yeah. It's a big error from Owen Murphy there, sloppy in possession, but look at the composure of Bennett.
But they've converted the majority of the chances that they've created in the second half, Brendan.
They have. They've really attacked the game, and when you're moving quickly, you'll take those chances better than if you're just hovering around like they were in the first half.
John Donnelly, not enough pressure on Donnelly after getting the ball from TJ Reid. Umpire goes for the white flag. There it is.
Kilkenny won't do panic anyway. That's one thing we know throughout the Brian Cody era. They'll keep going point for point.
Walsh with a little flick inside. They're not tight enough on TJ Reid. What was 3 is now 2. That was Hugh Lawler. It was an unusual looking challenge on the Waterford man. Tommy Walsh there. TJ Reid's freeze have Kilkenny breathing down the Waterford necks at this stage, and that is Austin Gleeson. That looked impossible. He was falling backwards as he hit it. It's an outrageous score, a thing of beauty to restore the 3-point lead. Can you imagine what this place would be like if you had 60, 70, 80,000 people here absolutely glued to this? Here's TJ Reid. Reid into Paddy Deegan. He was brought back into the team today, but Waterford working incredibly hard. Deegan got his shot away. That's a beauty. That's a stunner from Paddy Deegan. Brilliant score.
Good score, because a white could mean the end of it, but Paddy Deegan and Ferguson took responsibility.
Brian Cody's Kilkenny haven't lost an All-Ireland semi-final in 15 years. Every ball important. Here's Ty De Burka. De Burka right down the middle. Nobody from Kilkenny near him. And De Burka's gone over the bar. A goal between them with 40-odd seconds left. They are in need of a goal. They're desperate for a goal. Walter Walsh has scored so many important goals for Kilkenny in the past, but he's way out the field, and Waterford winning all the dirty ball on the ground. Caleb Lyons launches it forward again. Kilkenny could be caught, but they will have time, you would think, for one more attack. And here they come. A Kilkenny man down on the ground, injured. Killian Buckley flicks it into the field and into the path of 3 Waterford men. Is this to be the moment? Austin Gleeson at walking pace. It's a brilliant score from Austin Gleeson.
What a score from Austin Gleeson again. He's had some second half, and that's it.
It's over. It is all over. And Austin Gleeson goes down on his knees on the ground in Croke Park. They have beaten Kilkenny in the All-Ireland semi-final, and they're through. They're back in the All-Ireland final 2017. Historic for them, but ultimately heartbreaking. But Brian Cody, the first over to congratulate Liam Cahill. Unbelievable stuff. What a night, a famous night, an historic night for Waterford in Croke Park, but they're not done yet. The full-time score, it is Waterford 227, Kilkenny 223.